Hey, Paul. Refill your water bottle. Welcome back, everyone. Let's see if we can finish NORCO. We're on Act 3. Uh, 7:09 on the 10th. Yes. All right, we woke up in the PI's apartment. Yes. Facebook kids. Stop touching that, unless you want to see me clown up. That's where I keep track of all the dead bodies I found. You can find a lot of dead bodies if you go looking. Kind of like a treasure hunt. Place next door complains when they can see me when I'm on the pot. Told them look the other way. Ain't like I'm making you watch. But I think they like my whole otherwise. Keeps us connected. That's odd phrasing. Toilet's right there if you need to wash off. Okay. Can't use any of this stuff. I guess we're leaving. Well, let's check out our world map here. No. Our Padu PI. Head drive client. What is this? No head drive client connections available. I think that is it. Messenger, quack job. We've done everything. We got all the monies. Oh, crouton. Okay. I guess let's leave. Well, let's talk. Here we go. The mind map. Million was a spy. LeBlanc believes that Million was a spy for Thomas St. Clair, planted in your home to keep tabs on your mom. Finished thought. That it? We good? We've got everything so far. This is my office, where the magic happens. Pretty cool, huh? I trusted Million. Like I said, I never trusted her, not for a minute. Figured she was just a set of eyes for Thomas St. Clair. This is getting to be too much. Figures after Catherine died, she'd leave a big mess after, or behind. Just keep your head on straight, alright? Go in and find Blake. Then you can skip town again and forget this place for good. Hell, if there's room in the truck, I might come along. Alright. We out. Man wearing battle armor emblazoned with a red cross crouches over a turtle on the sidewalk. A name tag that reads Garrett is fixed to the man's armor. Let's chat. I was just... Who the fuck are you? Man, I know this looks weird. I got separated from my co-workers and then I saw this turtle, so I stopped to take a look. Why are you outside my place of business dressed like a pervert? Pervert? I'm dressed like a knight. How am I dressed like a pervert? Look, I can go. Why are you here? For work, I guess. What kind of work? Spiritual work. Kind of like yoga. Oh, no, more like outer space stuff. Rockets. We're into self-improvement, weightlifting, things like that. Sounds cool as hell. It really is. We're blasting off into space to meet up with fellow Christians. They live on a moon that orbits Mars. What's up, senors and senores? Hey, Doc, how are you? 2 minutes before your meeting, saying a quick hi. Hope y'all are well? Yeah, we're doing good. Actually going on vacation this Sunday coming up. Should be a good time. I hope you're doing well. Where'd you get this? How's NORCO going? Really good so far. Yeah. Still not quite sure what the deal is. Right? Mom died. She was apparently spying on this SHIELD corporation. Million, our security robot, was a spy for that corporation. And I guess that's where we're going with this. Where'd you get this costume? It's not a costume. I'm a soldier of Christ. Soldier? Who do you fight? Scum, mainly. Scum. Downtown hipsters, punks, that sort. Where are your coworkers? They said they'd come pick me up before launch, but it's getting kind of late. Launch? Yeah, what's that mean, launch? You're Chi-Town. It was fun. Sure, the weather was nice, too. I don't know, man. We were supposed to do this thing tonight, but it kind of fell apart at the last minute. Why fight the scum? Because they think they know everything, but they don't know shit. They think everything they do is morally superior, but it's not. They just make the world worse, but insist they're making it better. I don't want to be in your club, okay? You people are uptight losers. Stop calling me a fucking Nazi. I'm not a Nazi, man. I'm just a guy. I'm Caleb. I mean Garrett. I'm fucking Garrett. Tried out the demo, but didn't get into it. Happy you're into it. Yeah. If you're not a fan of like lots of dialogue, it's not gonna sit well with you. Let's leave. Have fun with your turtle, bruh. Maybe my meeting will end early and I'll jump back on. Yep, we'll be on till 7-ish, 30-ish. So the next 2.5 hours. Later, Gators. See you, buddy. I will. Thanks for stopping by. Alright, I don't remember where we were supposed to go. Oop, mind that. The Garretts are wandering around Norco. There are young men wandering around Norco wearing plastic battle armor and name tags that say Garrett. No, I'm talking to this guy that's part of a cult. They all call themselves Garretts. And that Garrett was was messing with the turtle. Alright, tavern. Let's go to the tavern. Let's chat. Hey again, Kay. What's Brett doing following you around? Need me to call the police? Nah, we're pals. You say so. What, Gus? You think I ain't got no friends? I got all kinds of friends, bruh. Alright, Brett. More friends than I know what to do with. Y'all don't get into no trouble this evening. Lots of weird news happening on the news. Lots of weird stuff. We're reporting to you live from the Shield Oil Refinery fence line in Good Hope, where a cargo moving machine is ablaze. It is believed that the unit burst into flames after colliding with a flare stack. The oil pirate known as Lucky is wanted in connection with this incident as well as a string of other arsons across the parish. He is considered armed and dangerous. That dude been starting all kinds of trouble. Okay. Guess that's it. Okay. Nothing to do here. Let's go to Apple Street. Floodgate Tavern. Home or Dimes discount? Go home. Way I found you, I came in right here through the front door. Took me a minute to figure out where all the noise was coming from until I climbed up into the attic. They had a ladder that went down through the attic into a closet like a damn haunted house. I got down there, seen the robot had its claws around your neck, so what I did was I kicked you out the way. Probably kicked you pretty hard, come to think of it. Robot's face was all opened up. She had... shit, I don't even know what it was. Big glowing tumor floating in her head. She tried closing up her face to protect it, but I had already had my 9 drawn. Popped her a few good times before she could snap her face shut. She whined a little bit and fell over. Wasn't easy getting you back up that ladder, but I managed. Let's go check and make sure the robot's still there. Maybe have a look around the room. Hold on a second. I wonder, I have a recording. I wonder if that Garrett is the guy's kid. Can I? No. I guess I can't use it, can I? This? Bruce or my boy? I don't think that, well, this guy's name is not, his name is not Bruce, so never mind. I think we missed it. Okay, to the bedroom or the kitchen. Let's go to the bedroom really quick, just see if there's anything there. No. Okay. Alright, let's go to the kitchen and into the attic. Well, backyard? Nothing here? No. Okay. Secret door. That's right where I left her. Don't look like she's going nowhere. The hell was Catherine doing in this room? Spooks me out. Don't even look, Kay. Just don't think about it. She wasn't who you thought she was. You run your fingers over the flaking glass of Millions faceplate. Shards fall to the ground beside her limp hands. There's no life left to the machine. This is a military-grade signal jammer. No wonder I can't pick up no service at the office. One of these is enough to take the whole neighborhood offline. Map of Lake. An anti-malware advertisement repeats itself infinitely on the laptop display. At the center of the table lies a cheap plastic electronic device. One USB cord runs from the instrument to the computer tower. The other runs to the laptop. No Wi-Fi connection detected. What kind of gizmo is this? Drivers corrupted. Device requires update. Kate? Get me online. This answering machine kind of pushy. Let's get it hooked up to the internet, see what happens. This signal jammer is enough to knock out the whole neighborhood's wireless network. It takes someone with expertise to disable one of these things. Need me to handle it? I think I'll manage. You unplug the signal jammer from the wall. I think it should have a connection now. Wi-Fi connection detected. Installing drivers. Installation complete. Warning, critical I/O functionality has been deprecated. To interact with this instance, please install your preferred head drive client on your mobile device. For more information on hosting options, please visit the Greater New Orleans Neuroversion Clinic website today. Lucidius, how are you? Head drive client. You got one of them on your phone, Kay? I do. So I bought this game chained together. It does not work via Steam Link or Steam Deck, so I can only play it in my office, unfortunately. But with Parsec, we can play it through players, so we might have to try that sometime. It looks pretty fun. I'm doing well. We go on vacation next week, so I'm excited about that. I also test drove 2 cars yesterday. You said that, yes, Parsec. Have it installed, never used it. Alright, what do we do? Oh, head unit. Where's that? Head unit. Connect to Catherine Madeire. Compressing local artifacts. Resolved. Establishing remote connection. K? Enumerated items. K. I'm speaking to my daughter. Let me know when you want to give it a go. Yep. This weekend wouldn't be bad because we're traveling and I got a concert. But yeah, next week. Yeah, let's make something happen. Evenings after 5? Okay. Catherine? Yes. Y'all fucking with me because I'm drunk. Face enumeration module. Conflict detected. Can you attacked K? Attacked K? You talking about Million? What is Million? What are you talking about, Kate? How the hell are we even having this conversation? You pull the phone from LeBlanc. What are you? I am Catherine Madeire, age 52, branch identifier, November something 1.0.0.0. I am hosted on a 32 terabyte head host external hard drive without cloud support. What happened to Million? Enumeration error. I'm sorry, I do not know Million. I do not know what happened to Million. Tell us what you remember. Oop. Wait. Last? There in the chair where I sat, the room was dark. The clinician asked questions. After the appointment, I was to meet with Superduck. Super Duck. Super Duck is the version consciousness of Duck. The what? Please rephase. Kate, why you was going to see Duck? I was going to see Super Duck, a spawn of Duck, a deformity. Why, Catherine? Because of what I saw? What I saw in the lake? Kay, you ever went to see Duck like I told you to? We better go pay him another visit. I can't make no sense of this. What do you remember about me, mother? You are my child. Is the session complete? My oldest. I remember that you held my leg as a baby when you began to walk. What about Blue, your husband-o? Please specify it. What you mean by Blue? He was your husband. Kay, can you hear me? Kay, please. I do not know about Blue. Have I forgotten Blue? The house was dark and I couldn't make out the shape. Was this Blue? What about Blake, our brother? I remember many things about Blake. I remember that he cried. He didn't want me to die. He asked me not to die. Did I die? Something else. We need you to find Blake. What happened? Dear, to my son? Blake's missing. Blake is missing? He's lost? His face is a shadow. Kate, you know where he might be? Blake is missing. His phone broken or something? That's all we got. That's enough. This answer machine mentioned Duck. Let's run by Dimes and have a word with him. Maybe he knows what's going on with all this nonsense. Alright, so 2 Dimes discount. Living room. I think we could just fast travel from here. Dimes. Well, hold up. Oops. Out the front door. The street. Dimes discount. Right here. Good evening. How may I help you? Never mind. Actually, this might not work. So we're supposed to go to... Let's talk to Dimes, right? There's nobody here, though. Oh, we got more stuff. Million was shot in the face. After discovering your mom's head drive, Million attacked you. LeBlanc was passing by the house, heard the commotion, and rushed to help. Shot her multiple times, destroying her processor. That it? How you holding up, kid? Should we go see Duck? I gather we should. That's about the only sense I could make out of what that phone was saying. So, to Duck. Oh, where was that? Shield? No. The mausoleum? No. That was like a warehouse. Let me see. Return to Eagle Wholesale in Fat City. Well, let's save. Okay. What is Batir? Oh. Yeah, we've seen this already. Alright, well, we're at Dimes. Oh, let's go check to Dimes. Ooh. Got some LARPers. 2 teenagers wearing cheap costumes block the door. Each wears a name tag that reads Garrett. This must be them co-workers that little nerd was talking about outside my place of business. LeBlanc regards the teens. Happy Halloween, kids. Look like a couple soda cans. Get off my lawn, bitch. So y'all work with that other little dude outside my place of business? We work only for ourselves. We don't answer to anyone. We're free Garretts. Alright, whatever. Where the hell's Duck? Where the hell's Duck? That's what I'm asking you. Deus Volt, motherfucker. Every time I hear LARPers, I think of that early internet video of the lightning. Yeah, well, it's the, yeah, the guy throwing 20 lightning bolt ping pong balls. Lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt. Excuse me, boy. Get a little fresh. Think I might have to whoop your ass. Seriously? Let's kill the clown. I don't know, dude. I could if I wanted to. I just... Silence, Garrett. I can't see out of this thing. Stand tall. The barbarians are at the gate. Yeah, when the internet was so innocent and the algorithm wasn't a big deal and everyone's YouTube thumbnails didn't look the same for maximum engagement, right? Alright, let's whoop these boys' ass. Ready yourself for death. Punch you in the face. 35 damage, damn. Okay. Oh, fuck this. Just what in the hell was that about? Let's go check on Duck. Now I'm worried. The house is partially boarded up. You assume it's an artifact of hurricane preparation that has since become a permanent fixture. Have you guys seen Sinners yet? We watched it Saturday night. Really good. Reminds me a little bit of Cthulhu, Lovecraft Country, if you've ever seen that TV show. Duck. Hey, Duck. Clay, you around, bruh? Old man ain't left this house in years. Hell, them little kids do with them. A scribbled letter sits on the desk. Never thought things would get this fucked up. It all took a turn after he made us tie up the old dead lady's kid. Sinners? Just came out on HBO streaming. It said it was like that's spelled Cthulhu? No, Lovecraft Country. Felt similar to this. Lovecraft Country unfortunately got canceled after a season. Dead lady's kid. Kay, you don't think. Then he tossed John's head in the water. Ooh, unlocked all nodes. What in the... And John's eyes. They weren't his. They were glowing. I'll never forget that. All the Garretts of the Rocket had been sneaking around trying to find his head. I didn't like John, but hell, everyone deserves a funeral. We know he tossed it out of the boat somewhere around lat 30, long 30, longitude 90. But the lake is so full of sediment we can't see shit. Losing hope that we'll find it. That's all for now. You boys be safe. Them coordinates is in the lake. They're searching the swamps. LeBlanc slides the paper to you. Put that in your pocket. This right here is the closest thing to a lead we got. That dead lady's kid just might be your brother. Okay. Let's look at the mind map. There's a head in the lake. The Garretts are looking for it. And that is it. Oh. The Garretts may have kidnapped your brother. You found a note at Duck's house that suggests the Garretts may have kidnapped Balake. The Garretts are looking for a decapitated head. Somewhere in the lake. Okay. I'd check it out. Yeah, it's cool. If you like horror, it's cool. Okay. Is there anything else here? I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So we need to go where? Alright, my brain is not working today. Let's go into library first. No. Oh hell, bruh. Duck, hey. Duck slouches in his office chair. LeBlanc shakes a man's shoulder and snaps his fingers before his face. He's breathing. Wake up, Pops, wake up! Duck's eyes slowly widen. Brat. He attempts to smile. What's good, detective? You don't look so hot, Clay. We gotta get you some help over here. Just taking a nap is all. Them little creeps still up front. We took care of them. Duck turns to you. How about you, Kay? You ever get your mother's stuff back from the refinery? Yes? What'd you find? Forged discount card that unlocked a secret room in the middle of the house? Catherine James Bond all of a sudden? Why are you so surprised, Brett? That sounds like Catherine to me. That's who she was. From the outside, she was just normal, mundane. You wouldn't think much of her. But that was a disguise, a costume that she wore. She was clever, always hiding something. You must be ready to leave this town for good. You know it. It's hard on people. Always has been that way. The hell's going on around here? What them kids was doing outside? The two little ones got separated from the rest of the pack. They had a whole gang in here earlier, asking me all kinds of questions I didn't know the answers to. All because of that thing right there. He lifts his frail hand towards the device on the desk. Biggest mistake of my life. How they managed to find it is beyond me. Thought I'd lost it years ago. Figures it'd come back to find me. So, what is that device? That piece of trash head drive I was telling you about earlier has my brain sitting in it. Gave birth to that monster that calls itself Super Duck, the one your mother got mixed up with. The head drive seems more or less broken now. Tell us more about the intruders. Ooh, excuse me. That's not good. Let me tell you, powder creamer is not the same as regular creamer. Oh shit. Where'd they go? Don't know. Couldn't even guess what all this is about, but they mentioned your mother. Said they have her. They have Kate? How? That's what I'm wondering myself. Catherine's laying in a casket on River Road. Them dummies probably grabbed the wrong person. Okay. What would they want with her? I think I know, Brett. What about Blake? They say anything about him? I bet you can't be yawning. It's only like 4:20 here. Those things are contained. I was just talking to Pauls about this the other day. Like, something about streaming. The first half hour to an hour is like a bit of a struggle bus for me. I don't know what it is about it, but my body automatically decides you should stream, or you should go to sleep. And I'm drinking coffee too, sitting on my ass. Yeah, that might be it. It's also I didn't sleep very well last night. I probably fell asleep around 1, woke up at 6, so I'm on about 5 hours of sleep. What about Balake? They say anything about him? Nothing about Blake. Wouldn't surprise me if he's in the mix. Takes after his granddaddy. Or what were they asking? Asked me to talk to that drive, interpret what it was saying, something about needing to find a rock. Or no, a stone. I just kept my mouth shut. I don't want a thing to do with that hard drive. It's a curse. But I guess they figured it out on their own because they sure left in a hurry. Why didn't they take the head drive with them? It was so chaotic in here, I didn't know what was going on. All of them just shouting over each other. They were as confused as I was. The whole thing seemed like a big mess. Like nobody was in charge, and then suddenly they were gone. How'd they find the head drive? Like I said, I don't know half the slightest clue. Figure that monster ran afoul of these people. Stole something from them. Maybe they did a little research, found the head drive that started it all. Maybe they thought if they did that, they could find whatever it is they're looking for. How'd they know the head drive was yours? That part's easy. It's got my name on the thing. That's enough about the intruders. We'll get you help. No, don't bother with me. Little nap is all I need. No way in hell. I'm calling. You ain't calling nobody, Brett. Cool it. You think this is bad? The way I am right here? It's been this way for years. You getting bent out of shape about it. I've just been sitting in this house, hardly able to walk. No more good days. You want to help me? Come drop by from time to time, alright? I will, Clay. I really will. Good. That's all I'm asking. Okay. This looks just like the gizmo Kate had. When did everybody start getting these things? And nobody wanted to tell Brett. Collection of photos, bills, letters, and photos. The photographs are of various industrial landscapes. Nothing important. You peruse the titles on the shelf. Oh, already did. Duck has drifted back to sleep. Let's look at our mind map. The Garretts may have Blake and your mom. You find a note at Duck's house that suggests that Garretts may have kidnapped Blake. Duck also overheard them mention that they have your mom. The game's certainly helping with all this sleep talk, yeah. The Garretts found Duck's head drive. They managed to find the original head drive that spawned the monster called Super Duck. Duck believes Super Duck just stole something from them and they want it back. They brought the head drive to Duck in order to force him to communicate with it. He refused. The Garretts are in a state of disarray. Duck says the Garretts left his house in a state of disarray and confusion, as if there was a breakdown in leadership. They left in a hurry, however, which may suggest that they found what they were looking for. Okay. Ooh, what is this? Super Duck is a viral fork of Duck's consciousness created by the same neural versioning clinic that your mom visited before her death. The head drive that once hosted the version somehow escaped Duck's possession and spread like a network virus. It eventually manifested itself physically into what Duck describes as a monster. Contracted your mom. This sounds like an insult. Your mom was conducting research for the monster known as Super Duck shortly before her death. Okay. I think that's it. Yep, that's it. Your mom was conducting research. Let's save, because that was a lot of dialogue. Okay. Okay, I'll leave like normal. Yeah. We out. Okay. Where are we going? Went to Dimes. Shield. Sarpy books. Oh jeez. What were our notes? They may have kidnapped. They have your mom. Okay. Where are they? They're around NORCO. Oh. Let's get out of here. Well, we've been home. We've been to Dimes. We've been to the Floodgate Tavern. We haven't been to Shield, Mausoleum, or Sarpy. So we'll just go down the list, or go down the line. Definitely don't think we need to go here. Nope. The Mausoleum, maybe? Okay. You approach the church and try the door, but it's locked. What do I have? Oh, the coordinate letter, right? Okay. The face of your mom's crypt is damaged with cracks running along the edge. What a mess. Looks like somebody tried to get inside that thing. All we need is a pry bar to get it open. Oh, okay. I know where to get a pry bar. Back home. In the backyard. Nope, that's not the backyard. This way. Kitchen. Backyard. Give me that. You grab the pry bar lying on the ground. Yeah, kind of weird that they won't let you pick up items until you have the quests. Like, I tried to pick up the pry bar earlier. It didn't work. Where are we going? Has no effect. Oh, I gotta do it from here. You pry at the cracked marble face of the crypt. It peels away from the thin caulk bead effortlessly. Would you take a look at that? They ain't got a casket in the damn thing. LeBlanc surveys the opening to the crypt. Whoever it was did a half-assed job of covering it up. Ooh, Catherine's ring. That's that crackerjack ring your mama always wore around her neck. Take the ring. found a ring. They're just handing out achievements today. 14 out of 35? Yeah. A letter. The penmanship delicate. It reads, Beloved Kay, her remains are safe. You will be reunited with your family soon. Alright. You'll be reunited with your mom soon. Okay. The ring that your mom wore around her neck. I mean, can I use the ring to open this up? It has no effect. Okay. Sharpie books? Probably gotta try to get an invite to this Quack app people have been talking about. Anything's gotta be better than this. Ooh, where that dog went. Kinda liked having that thing around. Oh, mind map stuff. Your mom was conducting research for Superduct. She was exhumed, stolen from the Red Church Mausoleum, and that's it. Oh, she's not happy. Still not over the crouton thing, in case you're wondering. Sorry. Alright, now where? We have a ring. Where would that be used? Where? Where? Oops. That she wore around her neck. See, I want to go to these coordinates. It's not listing it or showing it. Can't do anything here. Nobody here. Maybe. Give him the ring? Has no effect. He's drifted back to sleep. Alright, maybe I need to go home. Okay. Home or the Floodgate Tavern. Let's go to the Floodgate Tavern. That's easy to knock out. I'd recognize that ring anywhere. Your mama had that hanging from her neck all her life. Ain't really got much luster to it, but still, surprised your brother hadn't sold it for drugs, to be real honest. No. Okay. Alright, to the streets. To home. Nope, not home. I don't remember if there's something here. Huh. Okay, I already have that. Oh, I don't. I'll bring it back. Okay, let's do this. So all we have is Catherine's ring. Let's talk to people. My ass is caught up with all your yawning. Good. I never liked the robot, but it's still hard seeing her this way. Had to do it though, otherwise you'd be the one missing a face. What's with that letter we found? Cheapest folding chair I found at Walmart for a computer chair. Is an ass yawn a fart too? It could be. Whichever one's less juicy. You bought the folding chair because you want it to be uncomfortable, right, Pauls? Because you don't want to spend all day in front of the computer. What's with that letter we found? Says Zay was looking for a head in the lake, somewhere around the coordinates listed. We'll get it figured out, kid. This is the kind of thing they pay me for. Okay. So do we need to go back to the PI office? I guess? Probably? Let's go back. You knock, no way. I guess not. You check your phone. If duck device is anything like your mama's, might have some info. Oh, okay. Head device. Oh, right. Ooh, look. Are these IP addresses? Nah, my butt cheeks is feeling like white noise. Network ping detected. Network distress. Emergency safe mode initiated. Prime node in terminal state. Lat 30, longitude 90. Them coordinates way out in the lake, just like the ones written down in that note. Truck got gas? Think we'll be taking us a little trip to the lakefront. I'm on a computer Monday through Friday from 8 to 6. You want a cell phone case like that? You could absolutely get one like that on Amazon. As long as you have a semi-current phone. I'm on a computer from 7 to 3 for work. And then from 3 to 7 basically when I'm gaming, sometimes later. Your truck got gas? Think we'll take your loan? No, I already said that. I'm ready when you are. Have you been working out since? I have. I do. 3 times a week. Because they pay me for it. I worked out today, actually. So usually if I'm wearing like one of these shirts, one of these, whatever this material is, breathable material, it means I worked out right before I got onto stream. Yeah, usually Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, but depending on work, sometimes I have to switch the days. I need to work on some karate at home more. I need to work on some guitaring more. So when I retire, I gotta do something with my life, right? And I think that something is a cover band. I feel like that's my destiny. I just have to get the guitaring part done. Super easy, right? Barely an inconvenience. Okay. I will be that guy. I will be that 55-year-old man with gray hair / no hair, belting out Nirvana and all the 90s bands that like Doc loves. I have a question for you, covering band. If you get nervous giving presentations, I mean, I think it's different, because when you're giving a presentation, you're by yourself generally, right? Versus, and then also when you're in a cover band, the cover band I want to be a part of is not one that involves me singing. Yeah, I bet if I was like singing, that would be nerve-wracking, right? Because people can tell when you're off tune or not a good singer. I feel like as a guitar player or just like a band member that's not the frontman, you can kind of hide in the background. Yeah, there's so much going on with a band that there's so many places to put your attention. So yeah, I'd be okay with that. Would it be semi-nervous? Oh, of course, yeah. Like messing up or playing perfectly for that long, I can barely do that at home by myself. So yeah, lots and lots of practice. I don't mind playing music live, but fuck meetings, yeah. I can't give public speeches, but I can sing karaoke. Yeah, I've gotten better at public speeches, but it really depends on the topic. If I know the topic from top to bottom, I can improvise it if I need to, but for the most part, I need to write something down. I need to do dry runs, go over it again and again and again and again. Yeah, because like trying to just do that off the top of my head, stream of consciousness, like my brain is not organized enough to do that. Do you remember the last song you sang? Yes. And it was actually at a live karaoke bar, but it was on like a Thursday, so there wasn't that many people there. My meetup group, it's a horror movie meetup group, they meet in the library, and, you know, we discuss the movie, blah, 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 whatever, for like an hour and a half, and then we go and like hang out and have a beer somewhere. So we did the horror movie thing, and then we went to this place, and I sang Welcome to the Black Parade by My Chemical Romance, which, in retrospect, not a great song if you're not a good singer, because he hits a lot of high notes, and I cannot hit those notes at all. Yeah, I should have done something easy, like Lit. I am my worst enemy? I think it's just called Worst Enemy. Singing karaoke is something I have not done in almost 30 years. You can answer, Paul. Oh, not a clue. Used to go regularly back home in the 20s. Last time I went was probably more like 15 years. It was a question for all. If you cover MCR, should call the band Your Chemical Romance. I was trying to think of something funny and witty to say, but I can't. The band I saw that did a bunch of 90s covers was Black Hole Sun, obviously. Soundgarden. If you find, there's some private karaoke places like they have in Japan where you have your own room and you rent it by the hour. I like those much better. My go-to is Piano Man. That's a good one. Alright, we have the coordinates. We out. Slow down, kid. Road's washed up out here. You know, it's a fun song to sing. Do you guys know CeeLo? It's called "Fuck You." That's a good song to sing. Plus, everyone knows the words. My go-to was "Slither" by Velvet Revolver. I know Velvet Revolver. I know I've heard "Slither," but I could not tell you what it sounds, what it sounded like right now. Like, it was good, but it wasn't like a song that I put into heavy rotation. Same thing with like anything by Audioslave. First album was great. Yeah. You continue to accelerate, but the truck stays put. Christ, Kay, what'd I tell you? Got any recovery gear on this thing? Shit. We're on foot now, I guess. Looks like there's a fishing camp just up the road. Want to reach the coordinates, we'll need a boat. But they got one we can borrow. Truck's sunk in the mud. We're stranded unless somebody can pull us out. How you holding up, kid? What are we doing here? Shit. You know, I'm asking myself the same question. But here's what I think. I think them little dudes named Garrett kidnapped your brother. I think they came out to the lake looking for something. Maybe it was the head they mentioned in the note they left at Duck's place. Maybe it was the coordinates of the distress signal, the one that Duck's gizmo was spitting out. I ain't got the whole picture pieced together yet. That help any? Got more stuff? No, we do not. I need to familiarize myself with some Jimmy Eat World since we're going to go see him this weekend. Is there anything else besides that? Too late, blocked. Hey, I know just where we at. That's Peachy Doohan's fishing camp. Me and my daddy more or less lived out here for a time. Old man Peachy hated my ass. And that's the Interstate 10 overpass over there. There's a map on the bulletin board. Might help refresh my memory. I wonder who we got to talk to get a ride in that boat. These coordinates we got are all the way out in the lake. Let's look at it. Let me take a look at this map right quick so I can get my bearings. I like that phrase, right quick. The detective inspects the map pinned to the bulletin board, tracing his finger along the bayous. Yeah, alright. I remember this whole stretch from when I was a kid. They call this area La Branche. Used to be an old fishing village up until a hurricane knocked it out the lake. Peachy's camp was the only building left standing. That's where we're at now. Trepagnier's Pond is just across the way. They named it after a plantation man from back in the old days. Oh, Lucidius, I don't know if you like thrillers, but Strange Darling, fantastic. Fantastic. Watched it Friday night. Very good. It's on Paramount Plus, if you have that. Then you got the Interstate Canal. The government dug that to build Interstate 10. They let a whole lot of seawater into the swamp in the process. Killed off a lot of trees. That's how we ended up with the ghost bayous. Them just some old bayous without any trees left standing. The banks are eroded without no roots to hold them in place, so you can't hardly see where you're steering your boat before you run out of ground. Weren't just the government's fault, though. A long time ago, they used to log these swamps for timber. Left scars all over the place. Like the logging wheel. Reason it looks like a wheel is because they'd park a big pull boat right there in the center. Then them guys would start chopping the trees down, going out in one direction, then another, like the spokes of a wheel. They called it a pull boat because they'd hitch the trees onto a big rope and the boat at the center would pull the trees in. They had a drum on the boat about the size of a car. The drum would spin to wind up the rope. Big coal-fired son of a bitch. My granddaddy told me it'd spit out smoke like you ain't never seen. And down here's a lower suction canal. A lot of people died along that canal when the hurricane came through and took out La Branche. And they got people go scuba diving in there looking for treasure lost to the storm. This is a lot of exposition. Like, I do like this game, but man, holy crap. I feel like I'm reading a book. I have to upgrade my account. I have the cheap subscription. Okay. We're using somebody else's account. And they have Showtime. You could probably get like a free month somewhere, right? Make a new email address if you don't want to pay. And it looks like somebody stuck a note to it. Let's look at all this. Let's look at the note. A name tag pins a hand-scrawled. I recommend not watching the trailer if you haven't already watched the trailer for Strange Darling. I think you go in sight unseen. It's a bit Tarantino-esque with the time jumps, but it's not a gimmick. It's actually in service to the movie, and it works very well. A name tag pins a hand-scrawled letter to the board. Yo, Garrett! Garrett, again with these little dudes. Meet us at John's Pond on the northeast side of the lake for the launch. Ain't never heard of John's Pond in my life. It's a mess over here. People have been posting about it online, driving out from the city to take pictures with the Ark. If you're coming from this way, the only route is through the Ghost Bayous. Open up the Apocryphon app and take a look at the map. You'll see some blinking lights. Those mark the locations of portals. When you dive through them, it's like snorting that stuff Ditchman scrapes off the urinal. It's a fucking nightmare. You can keep your head on straight. The portals will take you straight to the light source. Each one will be a little different. Don't let it freak you out. Just be a cool Garrett and make those lights blink just like you see on the map. Do that and you'll get swamp vision, bruh. The Ghost Bayous will appear for you. Good luck. What? So basically, our brother's been kidnapped by this cult that calls himself the Garretts, and they're planning on taking a shuttle or a spaceship called the Ark up to a moon that orbits Mars to see some sort of special space being thing. So weird. Alright. We already did that. What is this? Got shells. Rangia clamshells. Yard full of them. I stay in the place. Call or text. Craigslist before there was Craigslist. Book your ideal stay in Louisiana's natural wetland habitats. With short and long-term options available, you can live like a local in one of America's most mysterious regions. Swamp Away is committed to sustainability. We believe in rebuilding Louisiana's wetlands for a greener, more verdant future. Book before the new year and receive a free snack pack delivery during your stay. Speaking of Tarantino-esque movies, I watched a decent movie recently with Rainn Wilson called Shimmer Lake. It's like a murder mystery, but the movie starts at the conclusion and goes back in time. Do I know? Where's my phone? I don't know where my phone... Did I leave my phone in the bathroom? Hold on. I left my phone in the bathroom. Hot damn. 1 second. I had a senior moment. My phone was in my pocket. Shimmer Lake. What was that on? Shimmer Lake. Noir crime film. Okay. I will add it to the list. I think it was Netflix. Shimmer Lake. I watched a couple of movies. I watched a couple of horror movies, or maybe like a thriller and a horror movie. I watched Companion. That was on HBO. That was fun, but a little all over the place. Basically, this guy has a love robot that accidentally kills somebody. So he decides to try and turn it off, but then the robot escapes. And all hell breaks loose. It's like maybe a black comedy, I guess. It's like kind of gory, but also pretty funny. Watch list. Shimmer Lake. Okay. And then I watched We're All Going to the World's Fair. That is a very indie horror movie. I don't know if I'd recommend it. It was interesting, but it could be kind of boring if you're not in the right mindset. Shimmer Lake. Okay. Okay, cool. Swamp Away, Crabber's Letter. Whoever been raising my trap's going to die, bruh. Okay. Okay, so we gotta open up the app. The Apocryphon app. What's that about? You see that? You hold the phone up to the map and it shows them little blinking dots. The one at the logging wheel is blinking real fast. The one at Trapagnier's pond is blinking slow. Move your phone around the map. See if there's more. There we go. Alright, so that's like doubles. That one's fast, that one's slow, and this one's solid. Okay. The Garretts are meeting at John's Pond. The letter on the fishing camp bulletin board instructs Garretts passing through to meet at John's Pond on the northeast side of the lake for the launch. How you holding up, kid? What do you make of the map at the bulletin board? This one right here? When you held your phone up to it, it showed blinking dots. No two dots blink the same. I don't know what to make of it. Did you pass your phone over the whole thing? There was a letter pinned to the map. Might be worth a read. Alright, we just have to match the dots, right? The I-10 overpass runs above a dredged channel from east to west. Oh, dredged. Speaking of games that were addicting. God, that game was addicting. Close call. Was about to cook a huge batch of chickpeas for hummus and realized new place doesn't have a food processor. Uh-oh. Time to get a cheap one. Or you just mash it, right? Like a little potato masher. Hand jam it. The man fishes from the dock. Let's talk to the man. Evening. That your boat? Not mine. I believe that boat belongs to the camp. So they got the key inside one of them units. I suppose they do. Let's go pay them units a visit, Kay. See if we can get a key from one of them. Can you help us pull our truck out of the mud? You were racing down the levee, weren't you? She was hitting every washout she saw. Wish I could help. I got a winch on my truck, but it's on the other side of the spillway. Do you know Peachy? That's more laborious than I'm willing to do. Think about it as a workout. You can do reps. You know Peachy Duhan, the old man who owns that camp? Sure, I knew Peachy. What you mean, knew Peachy? You ain't seen about it on the news? Peachy been dead a long time. Maybe 10 years. Come on. Yeah, Peachy been dead. And you took several others with him. That man finally cracked. Damn. Figured it might end like that for him. He was a bad dude. You say anything about me before he died? Brett LeBlanc. What? Anything bad about me? I don't think you understand what happened here. Peachy locked himself in that camp with 3 hostages and a pile of ammunition and refused to leave. Wasn't because he was mad at me, though. The hell kind of question is that? Forget it. So who's got the camp now? His grandson split the place into units and turned them into vacation rentals. All kinds of people pass in and out now. Figure they don't have any clue what took place inside there. Maybe another time. Made some sick Mexican rice for my refried beans again, though. I love refried beans. Refried beans with like some red sauce or Cholula or something. Ah, fantastic. You know what I've been getting back into? Tuna fish sandwiches. Or like tuna melts. You know anything about that note on the bulletin board? One with the name tag on it? All I know is these boys been coming by taking pictures of that map with their phones. There are always interesting types passing through since they turned Peachy's place into vacation rentals. But these fellows are a different type entirely. Let's leave. I had way too much in my mid-20s. I used to eat it a lot too, and I took a huge break, but over like the last couple of weeks, started getting back into it. Nice little flatboat. Might be able to get to them coordinates we found back at Duck's house, but the motor takes a key. Let's go to A. Open up! We gotta use that boat right quick. The boat came with the rental. It's ours. Bruh, let me just lay it out for you. This little highway rat right here is looking for her brother. You got me? We think he might be out there in the swamp. I wish I could help you, but we need that boat. Good luck. Nah, knock again, Kay. Just keep knocking till we get a key to that boat motor. They'll get sick of us eventually. Want to save? What if I go to a different... If I go upstairs, let's see. Sushi is my onky tuna intake these days. We were just talking about sushi today. I've never tried sea urchin. It looks so weird, but I've heard it's delicious. This is why I love this stream, because of things like getting back into tuna and the phrase hand jam. Yeah, hand jam it. Open up! We gotta use that boat right quick. No, please go away. Just keep knocking, Kay. We gotta get a key to that boat motor. One of these units better open the door. We call sea urchins hose eggs? I follow-up question, why? This is an emergency, open up. No! There's a head in the lake and shit. Don't care. Open up or I'm kicking this door in. You probably can't. Just try it, dipshit. You asked for it. The iron foot. Don't stub your toe, little man. Back up, Kay. Woo! Still got it. The door was open, you fucking idiot. Let me save it, because I want to kick the other door open, too. Alright, let me load. Oops. Back. Here. Hey, man. Lord help me. You need the boat so much, why aren't you using it? That isn't any of your business. We're trying to save lives here, bruh. As are we. Save lives how? Through research, which this conversation is preventing me from conducting, so please leave. Good night. Knock again, just keep knocking. I could do this all night. Hey, come on. Please, I'm begging you to quiet down. Listen, I think we can work something out here. Trout, my cousin Susie's ex-husband, he bought 4 or 5 gold doubloons from a Canadian guy in Mississippi. He buried one of them under his mom's house. I'm over here all the time. I keep a few car batteries in her shed. This is all nonsense. I can't lend out the boat indefinitely, you understand? We need it. It won't be indefinite. We got coordinates from some little gizmo sending out a distress call. A distress call? My podna duck. The door slams open upon mention of Duck's name. So, yeah, a buddy of mine has this little gizmo. It's like, hell, I don't know, an answering machine, I guess. Kept spitting out these coordinates in the lake. What else did it say? Oop. It said it's got a stressed out node, bro. Something getting stressed out in the lake. Thought it was hose eggs as a kid because they're nasty and spiky, so it has to be the egg of a hoe. That still doesn't make any sense to me, but okay. It looks like, I don't know. It looks like throw up, to be honest. Like when my cat throws up his food, that's what it looks like. Like throw up mayonnaise. Where are the coordinates? They put in the phone. It's in the node. Figure you're right. And you two are just going to boat right up to it. Sure, boating ain't nothing to me. Been boating my whole life. Why wouldn't we? Because it isn't safe. What other option is there? It isn't safe, Abby. Are you familiar with the network that some call Super Duck? Duck's my buddy I was telling you about. Clayton Richard. Yeah, Clay. Good buddy of mine. Dallas, this guy look familiar? I never said I knew the source. Give him the key. Shit, really? That'd sure help. It's irresponsible. If we give you the key, you must do something for us. Happy to help. What you need? Take this. The woman passes you a small handheld device. Hold it before the node, press the little button. Think we can manage that? And return it to us. That's it? That's it. Dallas. Yeah. The boat key. Give it to them. Dallas reaches the key to you. As he looks you in the eyes, a glimmer of familiarity lights his own. He says nothing. Settled, I suppose? That's right, it is. Alright, let me save. right here. Images cycled through the screen, across the screen. Cypress trees, marsh grass, piers, and other details from locations scattered around the lake. Yes, what is it? Did you get my reading? I don't know, I just assumed the folks' generation was, like, trying to be creative. Talking about the whole sea urchin, not the meat only. Pretty brave when it comes to trying new foods, but I think I've had my fill on urchin. As in, you've eaten so much you should just turn away from it. I just didn't really enjoy it last time I had, but that may have been more about the preparation. I may give it another shot down the road. Yeah, I've heard that if you have bad sea urchin, it's probably like some of the worst food poisoning you could ever have. But I'm willing to try it at least once. I've been following the evolution of the super duck network for nearly a decade. I've never seen it behave like this. How so? We believe that it's dying. Communication across the region has been scrambled and erratic. Birds are dropping from the sky en masse. It's even affecting the local wetland habitats. I have reason to suspect that an old colleague of mine died prematurely due to exposure to one of those nodes. Who are you conducting the research for? My research is funded through a private donor. There's no need to get into that. I've been studying these wetlands my entire life. Who is your colleague? How would that be relevant to you? Peter, please. She was pushed out of the academy many years ago for transcript fraud and plagiarism and harassment. She had a reputation for being irresponsible with her research and letting her personal grievances influence her findings. I once co-authored a paper with her on the fence-line community of dimes. Her vendetta against S.H.I.E.L.D. and other commercial interests in the region alarmed me at first, but in the end I think her motives were laudable, and I believe S.H.I.E.L.D. is ultimately to blame for her death. But I also suspect that Super Duck played a role. Her cancer was in remission the night that she was exposed to the Fat City node. Following that single incident of exposure, the speed of her relapse was remarkable. She was dead within weeks. I'm sorry, Dallas, but this is a reality you must come to grips with. Alright. That's fair, I would try it. I would eat more seafood, but 99% of it I have is sushi. I generally love seafood. Give me all the ocean bugs. Me too. Crawfish. Crawfish from New Orleans? For sure. Lobster? Yes. Crab? Yes. Shrimp in like a pasta? Yes. Shrimp with like scallops? Absolutely. Fish? Salmon? Salmon omelet? Yes. I can do fried catfish. Stay safe. There's something in the air tonight. What do you mean? Doesn't matter what I mean. Just keep your wits up. A man in a trench coat and an elaborate bolo tie stares down the carpet. What's up? What's your role in all this? I don't feel like getting into it. I've been running jobs for Super for years, that's all. That's why Dr. Moore pulled me into this. All my money is tied up in Quack coin. And now, with the network down, Quack's worth nothing. So I take whatever work comes my way. How it goes. Have you guys heard? Bitcoin is up to 120K. Anybody a millionaire yet? Super Duck is dying. A group of researchers at the fishing camp have evidence to suggest that some event has led to the rapid decay of the Super Duck network. Super Duck may have contributed to your mom's death. Your mom was in remission when she visited the Super Duck node in Fat City. Following this exposure, her relapse was rapid and her death came soon after. The high-frequency radiation emitted by the Super Duck node may have played a role. Super Duck, we're done. I think that is it. Let's see. Okay, so if I save again, let's see if we can knock over or knock down the other door. Or is this kind of like a pivot? What you bothering these people for, Kay? We already got the boat key. Let's go. Ah, okay. Hold on. I want to load the other one. Yes. Oh, nope. This is not the right one. Back up. Kick it. Kick it. Alright, what do we got? That's got to be the key we need. Let's talk. Listen, You're being a little aggressive. Bringing this kind of energy to the swamp goes against what this place is all about. Bruh, I know it don't seem like it, but I know what you mean. We used to do some serious hanging out in this camp when I was a kid. My friend Nutty threw Mr. Peachy's goat off the roof while we were wrestling. No, that's not... No, I mean you're disrupting the harmony of the swamp by kicking our fucking door in, you dipshits. We're trying to be mellow. Can you please just leave? Who in the hell are you? Wait a minute. This must be the same lady who broke in while I was away. The one who dropped her underwear in the bathroom. Oh, yeah, babe, it must be. So, are you? Are you the burglar from the other night? Yeah, I just came back to grab my underwear. What? So it was you. Why didn't you steal anything? Yeah, well... I just like to lurk around. This is so creepy. Get out! Seriously. Maybe we should ask the fisherman if any of his stuff has gone missing. No, oh? I mean, there's no need to alarm him. I guess you're right. We need the boat key, please. Are you kidding me? We're using that boat to go on a date, aren't we, babe? Yeah, babe. We're taking it. You are not taking that key. We're going to watch the sunset later. Yeah, babe. He promised. That's right, babe. Damn, bro. Look what they did with Mr. Peachy's place. This is the room me and Nutty lit on fire during the Angels game. This is such a half-ass break-in. Can you please just leave? Give me this ring. No. So I guess this is a dead end. If I do like, no, nothing here. Can I use my phone for anything? No? Okay. So it's a dead end. So if we go back here, this is what we're really supposed to do. Oops. Alright, let me just reload my other game. After I get through all this. So we add the meter, use the meter. Alright. Load the middle one. Yes, this one. Should have the meter, right? Yeah. Meter for detecting radiation. And we have the key, the camp boat. We out. You don't like fried fish, Pops? What is wrong with you? Notice board. We out. Oh, here we go. To the lake. What? How you holding up, kid? That was nothing new. How come I cannot go to the lake? From here? No? Oh, it's right there. I'm stupid. If you grew up with parents that cooked fried fish to the consistency of a hockey puck, you wouldn't like, ugh. Yeah, no. Let's see. Look at that. It works. Let's take us a little ride. You heading into the lake? Yes, sir. You done much riding out there? All the time. And you know what it's like. A lot of land is eroded away. Once you get past Interstate 10, you can't hardly see where the water ends and the land begins. You talking about the ghost bayous? That's right. Man turns his attention to you. You see what I'm saying? Can you explain? Saltwater's been getting in all these bayous because of the channels they done cut through the swamp. For logging, for building the bridge for pipelines. The swamp's all chopped up. This vegetation don't like saltwater, and the vegetation is what holds this land together. Once the vegetation dies, the land begins to erode, falls apart, dissolves in the water. What I'm telling you is this. Once you pass beneath the interstate bridge out there, it's hard to tell the eroded land where all the dead trees fell from the open water. You might run your prop over submerged cypress trees, might even get yourself stuck. And how are we supposed to get through? Strange boys with the name tags have been coming around lately. They seem to get through the ghost bayous just fine. They're always looking at the map. Maybe they know something we don't. One more thing. If you got a sonar detector on your phone, keep it handy. All kinds of stuff hidden in this lake. Don't be shy about jumping in the water. You'll see some weird things down there, but it's just a trick of the light. Nah, they got ghosts in the water. Nonsense. Don't pay that any mind. Been swimming in these bayous all my life. You get an alert from the sonar, dive in and see what that's about. Alright. Hey. Ready? Let's go. Alright, Kay. Time to put on our detective hats. You got your phone ready? Let's take a look at that GPS. Ooh. This kind of makes me want to play Jaws on Nintendo. There was 2 sets of coordinates at Duck's place. One we found scribbled on a letter. Same letter that mentions your brother. Said they was searching for a head. Now, I don't think that's your brother's head. That ain't what I'm saying, but I got a hunch all this is connected. The coordinates for that are on the northwest side of the lake. Might be worth checking out. The other came from that app on your phone, putting out some kind of distress signal. Looks like that one's coming from Eagle's Pond. Both sets of coordinates are past the Ghost Bayous. If we want to get there, we got to figure out how to get through the Ghost Bayous first. You got that? Now you do the driving. I'm going to loosen my tie and relax. What? You've been in this bayou your entire life as a kid, and you're going to let me drive it? That is ridiculous. How do I save first, though? There we go. Alright, let's... Oh, I can't even save it. Ooh. Okay, that's how we drive. Oh, wait, sonar? Zoom out, dive. Well, let's dive just to see. Nope. We diving. Sonar's going off. You figure they got something down there in the lake? Why don't you dive in and find out what it is? Why don't you? Okay. But be ready. What the man on the pier said is wrong. They got ghosts down there. A partner of mine dove in the water to drive a piling when he was building his camp. Said he saw his dead granddaddy swimming around dressed up like a race car driver. That is my off hours. I'd hate to see something like that with the kind of hangover I got. Dive. You crash through the shallow depths of the lake as the swamp spins around you. You try desperately to regain a sense of direction, thrashing further from the water's surface. You sink deeper into the bayou this way until at last you emerge on the other side of the water, where you find a near-perfect mirror of the world you left behind. Contours of the galaxy are alight in the sky above you. You've never seen so many stars. A man sits beside a kerosene lamp in the dirt of a palmetto grove along the bank. He rises to take a closer look at you. I watch this swamp from the tree tops every night, but I never watch the water, he says. He reaches out his hand and helps you onto the bank. In the shadows of the grove are other figures, whispering among themselves. The whispers are above you as well, in the invisible crowns of the cypress trees. You're one of them Trapagnier's children, aren't you? Who? The man whose property you're on. His arpent stretches all the way to the river. He stares at you for a while longer, then above you to the opposite bank. Lucky you're not one of his kin. He has something coming in his way. Someone from beyond the palmetto line whispers to the man. He backs away into the shadows. If you don't know this country, you'll need a light. The man joins the rest of the assembly, and they walk deeper into the night, leaving the kerosene lamp behind. The light is solid, unchanging. Arpent, an old French unit of land area equivalent to 3,400 square meters, about an acre. Standard measure of land in those areas settled during the French regime and in use until the 1970s. Word of the day. Nice. Thank you, Lucid. I'm happy you upgraded your graphics card for this game. Yes, yes, yes. Oh yes, my big beefy 4060. Turn knob? The light pulses slowly, regularly, rhythmically. I think it was solid here, right? Nope. Solid. It was like solid. Let me zoom out. Oh, no, no, no. The middle one was solid. This one was slow. This one was rapid, I think. Yeah. Do this again. Nope. Nope. Slow. Oh, wait a minute. But it's green now. Ugh. Alright, we'll try it. Is there anything else over here? Let me go check this map again. Yes. Yeah, like... And that's what I just did. Maybe I need something to change the color. So slow, fast, solid, doubles. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. Whiffy! Waxy. How you doing, buddy? And it is storming outside. Someone said it's supposed to rain for the next 9 days? Seems excessive. Let's see. Ugh. Can I just look at the weather without having to sign in and update my frickin' location permissions? Ugh. Hanging in there? That's good. Weather. Hopefully not a crazy floor or something. Or flood. Yeah. We're not really in a flood zone, but there's an area about 30 minutes west of me that's like downhill. Historic district that's gotten flooded twice in I think the past 5 to 7 years. Alright, let's oh, okay, it is blinking. It is blinking slow, so I think we're good. Dive. As you fall into the lake, you watch the traffic lights of the overpass become like a mirage on the surface of the water. There is a sound of cars rushing above you, and then there is a sound of your descent, and then there is nothing. The lake and all of its sediment is infinite in its silence. It holds you captive, and you're unable to move. Paralyzed in this way, you watch the dim suggestion of headlights cut across the bridge in their erratic cadence. All at once, an explosion of sound punctuates that vacuum of silence. For the smallest moment, the silence returns before a truck crashes into the water, sending a shock wave that releases you from the water's grip. The truck is sinking quickly, unnaturally, as if being pulled magnetically from below. You swim below to the vehicle. The headlights kill as you approach. The cab light flickers on. Blake sits in the passenger seat with a familiar look of distress. The driver's seat is empty. He sees you and begins to bang on the window. The cab fills quickly, cutting the lights. You pull open the door and swim into the cab as the pressure equalizes. You feel around desperately, your lungs screaming. The cab light awakens again to reveal an empty vehicle. Blake is nowhere. Alright, this needs to be solid. There we go. Oh, it turns green when it's correct, is my guess. You guys hear that? That is crazy. You dive into the wreckage of an old fishing village. Wooden pilings are shadows against the dim light of the evening. No, it was just big thunder. Big mad thunder shaking the house. The pilings are driven deep into the silt where planks and bottles and crab traps and stray pieces of tarp have coagulated into something whole. Swim towards the trash. You swim to the lake bottom and float beside this accretion of debris. A stray window rests among the trash, slightly opened. Swim through the window. You swim through the window and discover that there is no water in it. No longer buoyant, you fall immediately onto a wooden cypress floor. You scan the area. You're in a cluttered living room, clean and well kept. The picture frames along the walls shake. The foundation of the home rocks. You look outside the window. Hold on a second. Weird. Okay. You look outside the window from which you entered. Rather than the depths of the lake, you see a torrent of wind and rain ripping across the open sky. Lightning cracks punctuate these furious sounds, and in the small crevices of silence there are screams. There's a door to your right which leads onto the balcony of the home. Inspect room. Along the wall of the living room are many framed tintypes of seemingly random moments, as if captured by accident. With each burst of wind, more of them crash onto the floor. Among the images is a hand waving, scarcely recognizable for the blur, the underside of a table, a clutter of shoes, a centipede held out on a napkin. As you make your way to the center of this collection, you find a picture of your mom. She's young, her hair grown past her shoulders. She's not smiling, nor is she angry. Go to the balcony. The world outside is a maelstrom. Water laps at the balcony, threatening its foundation. You watch as willow trees floating along the bank of the bayou leave the earth entirely, sucked into an insatiable purple sky. Ew. In the distance, figures hug the crowns of cypress trees, screaming prayers into the vortex. Among those so stranded is Blake, who has lashed a rope around a tree and is holding to it desperately. You dive from the balcony into the floodwaters and swim against the strongest current the bayou has ever known. That emoji. Fantastic. When you emerge, there is no home, no Blake, no hurricane. Only the infinite evening. LeBlanc waves from the boat that idles near the bank. "You good, Kay?" he shouts. You look up at the cypress tree where the apparition of your brother clung only a moment before. A rope hangs from it, limp in the stagnant air. Pull the rope. Color it this weekend. A light awakens from somewhere in the depths of the bayou. Pull rope. Gotta blink twice. There we go. And it's green, so we don't even need to, like, figure out what it all means. I go for the middle one. Hold on a second. That's where I came from, was this one. So let's go to the right. Wow. Oh. There's something over here. Any Easter eggs? Oh. No. Where am I? Okay, so I think it's just the one over here. Yeah, the logging wheel. So let's do these first, I think. Actually, maybe I can't save, can I? Can't save? No, don't return to the title screen. Yeah, I feel like I need to save, just in case I lose power. Let me wander back. I have to do this all over again. I'm gonna be happy. Alright, we're good. Yeah, smart. Is there dying in this game? Nope. No dead ends. I'll be honest, these fish finders make me want to go fishing pretty bad. Or, Lucid, you could just play Dredge. Yeah, this game has no dead ends. Ask him about Dredge, yes. Did you buy that? It was given away for free on Epic a while back. Oh, I went the wrong way. You plunge into the logging canal and immediately find yourself tangled in the branches of a felled tree. I feel like I have it. You probably... I feel like I have it on Epic. It's either Epic or Good Old Games. I did not pay for it. Don't look like I have it. Adding it to the wish list now. That's the fishing horror-ish game. Yep. Yes, it is. Very cool game. Struggle to free your arm. No luck. As you pull, the tree pulls back until at last its forces prove the stronger and begins to drag you through the flotsam and foam. Fun fact, in The Little Mermaid, the eels were flotsam and jetsam. It's impossible to see beyond the suspended sediment of the water. In a sudden violent moment, a force pulls the tree into the night air and you along with it. As you hug the trunk of the tree, you see before you a massive machine spitting smoke into the sky. The machine sits atop a barge. Mounted to the barge is a large drum that spins slowly and powerfully, winding the rope that grips the tree on which you float. They could have just said like a wench, right? Black Bass on NES. I did play a fishing game on NES. I wonder if that was it. Do I know what flotsam and jetsam are? Kind of. Like one's just general debris, right? Isn't something not general debris, like natural stuff? I don't know, man. I don't know these things. Was it Black Bass NES? Was it? Let me see. Oh, I think I did play this game. Yeah, wow. Yeah, I think this was it. Yeah, I had a neighbor who was into fishing, and he bought this game for his son. That which has been discharged from a ship, especially on an ocean or sea, flotsam unintentionally, and jetsam intentionally. Oh, really? Don't click that. Jettison. Oh, okay. So jetsam would be stuff coming out of, like, say, a cruise ship, right? Because they tend to dump stuff overboard. Alright, I'm gonna trust you, Doc. You're a doctor. Terrible. You're terrible. What is this other one? Ah, it's the same thing. You're the worst. You look to either side and see crews of workmen balancing upon pirogues, axing wedges into the base of cypress trees along the canal. Some pull the felled trees to the edge of the canal, while others paddle from danger as the towering trees crash into the water. You rest your arm from the cypress and climb onto the barge. Foreman stands upon the platform and regards you with a scowl. Arr, as the barge begins to sink into the water. He points to the firebox at his side. Maderi, don't slow us down. Don't slow down now. You look down at the pile of coal and the shovel beside the firebox, both now submerged as the boat sinks further. The shovel floats towards you as the water reaches the roof of the pole boat. The sinking boat settles upon the silt bottom. You find yourself floating beside the firebox while holding the shovel. That was the #1 hit on Google. Whoever manages their SEO should get a raise. Nice. Flotsam floating wreckage. Jetsam is part of a ship. Lagan? That's why I hate English. You have it? Brax. You should play it. It's very soothing. And just slightly scary. Not a very long game either. Oh, blah blah blah. The ship floats too. The light of the firebox continues to glow even in the depths of the water. So this needs to be fast. But we just go until it's green. Green, done. Strobes quickly blinking on off in rapid tempo. Return to boat. Oh, and that shows us how to get through. Okay. So we were supposed to do that first. So I guess we go... John's Pond. I guess we end up having to go to both of them. Hefe, let's make a deal. Oh god. Are you gonna try to pimp out Dragon Game or whatever it's called, The Last Dragon? Okay. Killer Frequency. I mean, I would play Last Dragon. I've never played a Yakuza game though. I can't save. Killer Frequency. Why do I feel like I know that? What is Killer Frequency? Let me read something on my computational device. I feel like I know this. Killer Frequency. I'm sure you recommended it. First-person horror puzzle game set in 1987. Late-night radio talk show host, small-town America, whose callers are being stalked by a mysterious killer. Is this like Five Nights at Freddy's? Oh no, it streamed really well? I mean, it looks like my type of game, so I'll add it. Came out in 2023. This sounds like another game. What was it called? Where you're at home researching murders, and there's a serial killer trying to break into your house. So you have to like concentrate on your computer screen doing the research and investigation while also trying to prevent this killer from getting into your house. I forget what it was called. Oh, please, no. I probably would enjoy it. Oh, yeah, no, not Five Nights at Freddy's. I've never actually played Five Nights at Freddy's. Or if I did, I played it for maybe like 10 minutes. Yeah, let's go over here first. Okay. Yeah. I bought a good 10 to 15 games during the summer sale, so I've got a slight backlog right now. Dive. You plunge into the water. You pass your hands through the increasingly obscure cloud of sediment. A stray branch juts from a larger tangle of detritus. Two beads of light shine from the direction of the branch. As you make your way closer, you discern the shadow of a form. You pass your hands over it. Soft, almost gelatinous flesh. The distinct ridge of a nose, the firm, unmistakable texture of teeth, glowing eyes hardened like glass. You wrest the head from its hanging place and swim towards a boat. What you got there, Kay? Little treasure from the lake? You hang the head from its sloughing tangle of hair and display it to LeBlanc. Dear sweet mother of Jesus. The head continues to rock gently in the wind. That's great, kid. Just put it down. What's with them eyes? LeBlanc taps his fingernail on one of the eyes. Them eyes ain't human. He presses his thumb into the head, and the two glass-like orbs slip easily from the sockets. The head is entirely without eyes. Alright, playtime's over. We still got another set of coordinates to check out. I don't want to spoil too much, but you're a radio DJ and you take calls from residents and have to overcome things. As an 80s kid and lover of music, I really think you'd enjoy it. Yeah, I am super down. It's on my wish list. I will buy it at some point. Actually, how much is it right now? Dare I? Ah, it's not on sale. 25 bucks. I'll wait. Plus, I got all these other games to play too. Okay. You're on the right way. Yeah, okay, so up and around. If we go to duck blinds, you've gone too far. Got it. Yeah, I am probably... No, probably. I'm going to play Heavy Rain after this. Todd gave it to me back in March. I definitely want to get into it. It's been years since I played it on PS3, so I really don't remember anything. Might be a good game around Halloween. I wouldn't call it scary, but it would fit the theme. Yeah. Yeah, Halloween's right around the corner. It's almost... It's mid-July. 2.5 months for me. And I gotta figure out what to do with my life. Yeah, the only genre of video game I've pretty much kind of sworn off, because there's just so many bad ones, are indie first-person horror games. But Killer Frequency is not a first-person, or it's first-person, but it's like Myst style, like individual screens. I'm not running around using WASD controls. Kind of just over that. God's name am I looking at here? Emergency alert. Severe flash flood warning in effect until 9:45 tonight. Alright. Cool. I've seen some big bald eagles in the spillway before. Never nothing like this. Looks like somebody tore its eyes out. Hey, we just happen to have eyes. Lived in NORCO all my life. Never seen a big mutant bald eagle before. Pretty cool. A man's head discovered in a lake. Glass eye sunken into the sunken head, from the sunken head. Yeah, it's not one of those first-person horror shovelware games. It's very well developed. Cool. You slot the eyes into the bird's empty sockets. That's the entity. Bruh, what? That bird just puked out a floating ball. Mr. Peachy used to tell us all the time they got aliens in this lake. The hell's it doing to you? Almost looks like it's giving you a sniff. The sphere shrinks down and buries itself inside of your coat. Whoa now, looks like you made a friend. Be carrying around that ball around. Be careful carrying that ball around in your pocket, Kay. Don't let it blast lasers at your eyes. Shit. Feel kind of sorry for the big bird, bruh. First time I seen an alien do that to a bird. All the heat coming off this thing is starting to make my skin itch. Let's roll. I see. Nope. Same thing. Oh, poor bird. Okay. Let's go. Just, you know, just to check. Just curious. I guess this game doesn't have too many Easter eggs. Yeah, like random stuff you can find. Pretty linear in that respect. Alright, John's Lake? John's Pond, excuse me, John's Pond. Wait, can I save over here? Hold on, let me save. I hear the thunder. There we go. New stuff. Your mom saw something in the lake. Super Duck ate it. Maybe Super Duck consumed the vessel of light to gain power or wisdom, but it only destroyed the network in the end. I feel like they should have called it Super Eagle, right? Super Duck is dying. Already did that. You can infer that the network's decay is a result of a luminous sphere vomited up by a Super Duck node in the lake. I was kind of floating an idea, or wanted to float an idea by you guys. I don't know if I would do it, because I generally am very particular when it comes to games. But I was wondering if I could do like a channel redemption, like high point redemption, where if someone redeemed it, they could look through all the games I have marked as garbage, and I would play that for an hour. Like basically, essentially giving it a second chance. with some stipulations. What do you guys think? Or should I just play what I want? I do have a lot of games labeled as garbage, so that'd be a lot to sift through. Play what you want? Yeah. Oh, that's it. Is that it? Its light is nourishing and divine. I can see the crystalline texture of everything that surrounds me. Flood me with another kiss, I'm begging you. I'm on the edge. Just one more time, please, God. I like that idea, but I think a seashell necklace stream would be better. Be easier, for sure. Hold on a second. Should I save it here? Let's look around. Let's talk first. 3 garrets guard the pass. Their tonsures, robes, and smudged foreheads awaken something in your memory. What did I miss? Why is everyone freaking out? Hit me in the face with that ball again. Please, God, I'm begging you. I come here to see you experience things I have no interest in otherwise. Watching you suffer games you don't like isn't fun for me. Not necessarily games that, like, I would hate, but games I really didn't, I mean, I kind of, like, watched the trailer and decided it wasn't for me. I don't know, it, like, in my mind, I'm thinking there may be games that I might be missing out on because I'm just not seeing it. Like, maybe you guys have played these games before and enjoyed them. So maybe I should give them a second chance. I don't know. Plenty of streams out there where the community tortures a streamer. I like your chasing games person. Okay. Yeah. There definitely would be games, like if I did do it, that I would absolutely not play, right? Anything that's super open world, super AAA, tower defense, first-person shooter. Yeah. It would mainly just be like indie games that I didn't particularly see that were going to be fun. Based on, of course, the trailer. Flood me with another kiss of divine radiance. Please, please. That's what I tell Polish all the time. Alright, let's flood him. Let's flood him. Fallout 76. So I unfortunately own Fallout 76 because my coworker slash friend, we were doing a rotation where I would pick a game, we would all buy it and play it, then my friend Heather would pick a game, we'd all buy it and play it, and then he would pick a game, and we would all buy it and play it. And unfortunately, Fallout 76 was the game he picked. And I hated it, the concept of it, from the start, but he wanted to play it, he was high on it, so I said, okay, fine, I'll spend the money and play it. And it was every bit as bad as I thought it was. And you couldn't even do story missions together. Well, you could do story missions together, but someone had to be the main character that got the quest. You go do the quest, and then after it was complete, another person in the party would have to go do it. It didn't count for everyone that played it. So if we wanted to play co-op together, we would have to do the same quest 3 times in a row for it to count. I was like, this is stupid. This is stupid, and I hate this game, and I hate that I paid for it. And I gave Bethesda money. Alright, let's flash him. Oh, yes! Yes, oh! There was a swamp and a lake and a refinery, and Kay had no face. I am the one. There is a great coming apart of this world. Can you see it? The coming apart so that the light that was hidden in the salt can shine again. I am the sun. I was the one in the mall. I am the one in the swamp. But who would be in the swamp and not fly your mother's corpse into the stars and the benediction where prayers collide? Who would not follow your mother down the ditch if I were the light, and if I were the man who presides over this night, this ditch man night, I am the one. What the hell? So y'all mind if we squeeze by right quick? What? Oh, you got the message? Messenger? Nice. Yeah, you can pass. Ditch man's waiting. Hey, Rhett. Yeah. Radio to base. Let him know the messenger's on its way. Come in, ground control. This is duck blinds. Ground control, come in. Garrett? Why's no one answering over there? Probably just prepping for launch. You two are free to take your boat through this pass. As soon as we get someone from base on the radio, we'll let them know you're coming. What about my... One of them was the sun, but I guess not. Can I play this? Does this do anything? No. I think I missed that part. I don't hate Bethesda personally. Their main office is in Richmond, Texas. Prior to COVID, I would go in and test games or participate in focus groups. It was a good time. Got a bunch of neat swag, and my name is in a game or two of theirs. That is pretty cool. Yeah, I've grown out of those types of games for the most part. I did play Morrowind, and I'm trying to get back in the mood to play the DLC. It'd be such a waste of time and money if they had me in a phone. I remember as a kid, I wanted to be a game tester. That was like the job I wanted. I thought it would be so cool to play games as a full-time job. Obviously now I know better. What's that thing, a playset? Yes, it's my little playset. What's it do? Whatever I want it to. Hey, how do I get one of them name tags? I like them things. It's too late, we're out. Just feel like we got pretty similar styles. I'm a little more of the bad detective type, you know? Like I got these street smarts. You're more like a freak, like you wear a chain wallet. I used to wear a chain wallet. But I feel like we'd be in the same band on the road together. We'd get off the tour bus and people would be like, who's that guy and his freaky little friend? I don't know. I've already been around you 5 minutes. That seems like enough. Nah, we should do stuff like this more often. Hang out like this. I'm leaving the planet tonight. When you get back then, y'all my kind of people. Hey, Retro Gaming Denmark. How are you? Did I wear a chain wallet in tandem with your seashell necklace? I did. I so did. And of course, that chain wallet was attached to my Jinko jeans. He absolutely, yes, I did, yes. I had baggy Jinkos, a chain wallet, the necklace, the frosted tips. It was hype. And I had a PacSun shirt. I never had the real deal. I had knockoff Jinkos. Yeah, I believe I bought mine like off of eBay. They're much cheaper on eBay. Back when real people used to sell stuff like it was a garage sale. Now eBay is just full of drop shippers and official stores. We'll radio to base and let them know you're coming as soon as we can get someone on the line. You carry the messenger, just as Dispatch foretold. We'll radio to base and let them know. Keep the messenger safe. How close am I to the end of this game? You remember those days? Yeah, I definitely have. I'm pretty sure I've showed you guys photos of my Jinko jean days. I'm just looking to see how far. Can I finish the game this stream? Let me see. Act 3? Where am I at? I'm getting there. Okay. Never had Jinkos. I had baggy jeans, but nothing like Jinkos. I did wear Vans, though. I actually wear Vans now. I didn't wear Vans for the longest time. And I thought they were ugly. And then a couple of years ago, I don't know, they started to look cool. Let's go. My way of rebelling was getting generic skate shoes from a local store. They are so uncomfortable in retrospect. I'm a New Balance guy, aka old. Yeah. Nowadays, people are wearing those Hoka shoes that are like $200. Alright, we're going. What about Converse? What's the consensus? Ooh, hold on a second. What's the consensus on Converse? New Balance is where I go for running shoes. I don't run, so. I have the Target shoes with the memory foam. They're actually super comfortable, and they are like $30 maybe. You sink into the shallow depths and begin the routine of dredging its bottoms with your fingers. Something wet and sponge-like distinguishes itself from the silt. You take it in hand and return to the boat. What'd I get? Having climbed over the gunwale, you observe the object that you discovered in the waning evening light. Monkey! Returns your gaze, his eyes now empty of any knowing or evidence of life. You found another toy, Kay? Your rotting head needed a friend to play with. That's nice. There is no infinite stare left in your stuffed toy. You place him in your bag. Damn, man, am I missing things now? Is there other stuff? There's definitely other stuff. Gun whale is pronounced gunnel. Okay. You only wear Converse? Really? I love the look of them, but they're not comfortable compared to other shoes, especially running shoes. But I wear them because I like the way they look. They're also really good for like weightlifting too, if you do like squats or deadlifts. Brooks for running shoes. I've never even heard of Brooks. You only wear Echo sandals? I don't really wear sandals that often. Squat shoes are great, yeah. Anything else over here? I'm looking around. Yeah, I think I can finish the game this stream. Gotta get out of this bayou though. Brooks. What the hell? Keats in the ring. What is this? You're like a hippie? Do you have long hair, Denmark? Converse has more modern styles too. Oh, okay. I'm talking about the traditional, like ankle-high ones or the high tops. Those are the ones I have. I remember getting some on sale for $30 when I was early 20s at the local military department store. Yeah, the old school Chucks. RGD and his Teva sandals. Sandals for life. Yeah. I normally wear like those leather sandals, like the brown flip-flops, but they're just not comfortable, even if you break them in. What an evening it has been in NORCO, folks. I just left S.H.I.E.L.D.'s exclusive carnival ball where Lara St. Clair was found dead in her office, and the corpse of disgraced academic Catherine Madeir. No friends in the St. Clair family was exhumed from the Red Church Mausoleum. My hair is sadly Hitler style. I cut my own hair today, and that's how it turned out. I mean, haircuts are expensive. Coincidence? Keith sure doesn't think so. To top it off, the charismatic social media influencer Kenner John has announced that tonight he will be launching a homebrewed spacecraft from right here in the La Branche wetlands. You have some Converse boots you wear in the winter in the snow? John and his disciples were able to erect this engineering behemoth in complete secrecy despite sitting squarely in the flight path of Armstrong International Airport. Does it end there? Not quite. An inside source tells me that a war is brewing among rival factions of Kenner John's disciples, the infamous Garretts. An unfamiliar figure named Ditchman has emerged to challenge John's reign amidst the discord. And John, rarely caught off stream, is nowhere to be found. Who will win the War of the Garretts? Who killed Lara St. Clair? Was it the same culprit who exhumed the recently entombed body of Catherine Madeir? Where's Kenner John? Will he manage to get his junker off the ground? Keep your eyes on the ring, because Keith's got him cornered in Keith's corner. I thought we were seriously about to fight. I gotta save. Oh, we got stuff. Your mom was investigating reports of construction in the lake before she died. You determined that the unpermitted construction in the lake was related to a spacecraft deep in the wetlands that surrounded the lake. The man in the ditch is Garrett's new leader. The man in the ditch beheaded Kenner John to secure his place as the leader of the Garretts and take control of the Ark. The man in the ditch, finished thought. We're good. We have a heat wave, so I don't care how my hair looks. It just needs to be short. Yeah, we have a heat wave. I don't know if a heat wave. It was definitely hot and like muggy, but now it's storming and about to just pour rain. This feels like one of them parties we used to have at Mr. Peachy's. How are we supposed to get into the rocket? I got no clue. Let's go talk to some people, see what we can piece together. Did I do anything? No. We have items. We got Wet Monkey. Monkey rediscovered in the lake. Can I do anything with Wet Monkey? No. No. Okay. Greetings. Costume figure keeps his attention focused on the distant crowd. You a Garrett? Oh, dig the costume. Thank you. I assembled it from a mess of discarded things. I came here with a group of others from S.H.I.E.L.D.'s carnival ball. Police and private security were swarming the facility as I left. A disturbance of some kind. Perfect evening to launch a rocket, but the cops already tied up at the refinery. What's happened at the refinery? Another attendant of the ball said there was an explosion, though I didn't see or hear anything from within the Good Hope plantation. Perhaps we'll find out more in the evening news. And so here I am, from one circus to the next. This rocket, these people, what do you make of it? They want to leave this world. Who can blame them? It's true. No one is satisfied here. We're trapped in this limbo. A long twilight that bleeds out to the edge of time where even the most fantastic things become banal. This gray blanket of stale time, to punch a hole in it. I understand the appeal. Alright, weirdo. What a night. Actually, I don't think I will be able to finish this. Because I'm at John's Pond. And after that's the Ark. Yeah. How'd you hear about it? Text from a friend. Did you bring a kayak or anything? Someone let me float over on the raft. What about you? I realized I have to shave, or give myself a lot of time to shave or nick myself something fierce. Used to think it was a blade, but I switched back to my old favorite and same issue. Do you have like ingrown hair problems? Inflatable mattress. Worth it. I'd do whatever it takes to watch this thing explode. I will say I didn't think they'd actually do it. On some level, I'm always admired the Garretts. It'll be sad to watch them go up in flames. I hope this works out for them. I want to see these Garretts succeed. I always wanted to be a Garrett. I installed the app, but I never could find the readings. I follow those guys online. They never follow me back, but that's fine. I'm starting to think all the Garretts might die tonight. All might die? Why? This whole thing is a huge mess. No one knows who's steering the ship. Literally, half the Garretts defected. The rest seem to be losing their minds. I hear the Garretts inside the Ark. The engineers are holding it together. But this isn't what space travel is supposed to look like, is it? Half-assed like this? Seems bad. We're looking for my brother. Who's your brother? Guy named Blake. Little drugged out dude with bad facial hair. We think these rocket freaks kidnapped him. Wow, I don't know anything about that. This picture just keeps getting worse. I've been working on putting games and emulators on my OG Xbox today. Almost done, and the game list is perfect. Also, Splinter Cell Double Agent rocks on a real CRT TV. That's the, back when the original Xbox came out, people were using that as a media center, right? How much better is the Xbox as an emulator versus, like, say, using like the Steam Deck or Steam, like a Raspberry Pi, I think is what I used. Were you able to convert it to HDMI, or are you just using it strictly for old school games on like your CRT TV? Let's save. I gotta be coming out to the lake more. They got big monster birds, alien spaceships, bro. They got it all. What if I play this recording? Is that gonna do anything? Probably not. You wanted a Steam Deck so bad? I actually use it for a completely different reason than I originally bought it for. I originally got it because I wanted to, you know, play Steam games portable, right? You know, the entire purpose of it. But now I use it more as a Steam Link / easy way to play Steam games down in my living room. Like, it'll play most modern games natively, and then if there's any games that aren't supported by Steam Deck, I can just stream it from this computer downstairs to the Steam Deck. Old school games on a real CRT, naturally. Did you change the shell? I always like the skeleton shells, or like third-party shells that they you could put on the original Xbox. I always thought the interface of the original Xbox was cool. Stealth games with shadows are gorgeous on a real CRT TV. I want to get an OLED TV because the shadows when I watch movies are not great on the current TV I have. Hey, welcome to the party. Why are there so many people here? I was wondering that myself. A friend of mine saw something online about a little mall Nazis trying to launch a rocket. We weren't doing anything else, so we came to see for ourselves. I guess word got out. How'd you get out here? Oh yeah, that part was a mess. The rocket scientists tried to build a road from Kenner into the lake by dumping a bunch of oyster shells in the marsh. As soon as the car started using it, the road sunk straight into the water. A friend of mine's car is sitting half flooded at the Paris line. But all these other people drove in from the city with kayaks, canoes, inflatable rafts, what have you. I remember really liking Splinter Cell on Xbox. We parked in some neighborhood along the lakefront and walked as far down the janky road as we could until some guy in a ski mask picked us up on a raft made out of like action figures and stuff. No clue how we're getting back. How do those mall freaks build something like this, man? Doesn't make any sense. What I heard is S.H.I.E.L.D. gave Kenner John a bunch of money and he hired a team of engineers to build it. No way. Just what I heard. I heard it was crowdfunded. Then how'd they keep it secret so long? No clue. A friend of mine knows a Garrett. He said they hired contractors for part of the construction but designed the whole thing themselves. Huh? Can they even fly it? No way in hell. That's why I'm here, to watch those dipshits blow themselves up. Come on, Rico. What? They're Nazis. They're not Nazis. Yeah, they're not Nazis. They're just impressionable dorks. They squatted a mall and built a rocket. What have we done besides drink at St. Somewheres every night? Garretts are fine. We're the dorks. Yeah, they're not Nazis. They're just impressionable dorks. Yep. Spotted any Garretts yet? They can be hard to find in the crowd. The original Thief was the pinnacle of stealth games for me. I agree. I don't like stealth games. I love Thief. Or at least I don't like stealth games anymore. Wow, I'm in the swamp. This is unbelievable. The majesty of this place. It's so inspiring. Swamp's pretty cool. We were just taking a dive underneath the bridge and found us a whole car down there. You're a diver? So are you like a real swamp person? I've been in these swamps my whole life. My daddy used to make us shit off the boat. Oh. Said we was chumming the waters. Ugh. Okay. The ground beneath us is sinking as I'm standing here. Of all the places to build a rocket, why do it on an eroding island in the swamp? Why the costume? We were at S.H.I.E.L.D.'s masquerade ball this evening. We left just in time. I heard from others that police surrounded the refinery a few minutes later. What happened? There were reports of gunshots. Sounds like the work of oil pirates. No doubt this will escalate the manhunt that's underway for Lucky. Who's Lucky? A pirate who's gotten a bit too bold lately. He's been testing S.H.I.E.L.D. patience. He's going to get himself killed. Yeah, I'm probably going to stream Thief later on down the line. Probably towards the end of the year. I have all three of them. How do you know? I helped to secure a contract with Claire Bionics. I did my homework. I don't think Lucky knows what kind of enemies he's making, but he'll soon find out. We're trying to get inside the rocket. There are lots of people trying to get in. Some of them are just spectators who want to take a look around. Then there are the men who posted on the at the camp on the east side of the rocket. They seem to have more sinister intentions. And of course there are all the lower Garretts who've been locked out. Intentionally, I'm sure. Wish I could help you. Someone around here must know a way in. Right? Yeah, I got a lot of areas. I got the shipping container, I got the entrance, a fishing camp. I'm not going to finish this stream, but I'll finish it Wednesday. I think that's a better play, rather than me trying to rush through everything. Because we still got to get on the rocket, and there's a bunch of stuff to do there. So, yeah, we'll hold off. Alright, everyone. Thank you for hanging out. I'll be back on Wednesday, and we will hopefully finish this up and then start on Heavy Rain. Yeah, curious what I remember from that game. Curious if it actually looks better. Is it remastered, or is it just a straight-up port of the PS3 game? Regardless, PS3 games, to me, still look very good. So, it won't be that retro. But it'll be an interesting playthrough. Alright, everyone. Have a good night. I'll see y'all Wednesday. Thanks for the stream. I'll see y'all. Yep. See you, buddy. Tootles.